What's up, YouTube? What's going on? It's Randy Harlequin. This is Randy King Fit. Welcome to the channel, man. Hope y'all doing good. So this is just my introduction to you guys. Just the first video so you could get to know me and tell you a little bit about my journey, why I started and why you should start your journey too, man. So as you know, based off of the channel, I'm a fitness trainer and I'm a free thinker. And all that really means is I have a lot of thoughts and ideas about the world, about, spirituality, about society that I think are really interesting and unique. And I just love sharing it. I love just going off of the top of my head. And because I think a lot of things I see in the society is just nonsense from time to time. So I just like sharing my thoughts. But I'm a fitness trainer. I've been an athlete my whole life. But before we get to all that, I just want to let you guys know more about me. So I was born in Guyana, right? I was born in Guyana, and I came up to the States when I was about 7, 8 years old. And yeah, man, I was living in Brooklyn for a while. I was still in New York. New York was dope. New York is still dope. I love going. And I've been in Jersey for most of my life. I just pretty much grew up here. And I actually went back home. Went back home once to Guyana, but I got to go again. I got to go again, man. So I've always been an athlete my whole life. I played basketball in high school, but then I tore my ACL. I tore my ACL, and that set me on a path of like understanding the body. I had to get therapy. I had to get surgery. I had to get therapy and all that. And after that, I did track and field. So I've pretty much been an athlete my whole life, my entire life, right? But what really got me on this journey that I'm on now, not just with my fitness business, because, I love helping people and training people, helping people to get into better shape, building their confidence up, helping them reach their health goals. So, that's the most important thing. But my journey has really been about self-development, self-mastery, wanting to develop myself into a better man, wanting to become the best version of myself, right? So that journey started because I remember I was leaving out of college, like my senior year, right? And, things didn't feel right with me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was around the wrong energies. I just felt I was almost like spiritually bankrupt. I remember giving a lot of energy to different people and I wasn't getting it back in return. I was around a lot of weird energies and the environment I was in between family and friends just wasn't right, man. And I just took some time to reflect on myself when I got out of school. I was like, man, something ain't right. You got that gut feeling like, man, just something about what's going on around my life just isn't right. And I can't figure out what it is. And for all you like spiritual people out there, they call themselves the chosen ones and whatnot. That feeling really led me down to a path of just self-reflection and understanding myself. It's like I took myself out of my body and I started to look at my own life and see what I needed to fix, what I needed to correct, and what was wrong in the first place. And I was around a lot of like jealous energy, a lot of people that didn't mean me well, didn't want me to didn't want me to do well. Um, I feel like I was around a lot of spiritual vampires, right? Just people they see my energy, they see my capabilities, they see the potential. And there's a lot of people that when they see good things in you, they'll try to destroy you because, broken people like to break people. And I feel like I was around a lot of that energy and it just put me on a path of understanding that, developing my spiritual self, my mental health, and just doing things that just felt right. I was in a place where I was in a cycle of depression, even like suicidal. I was broke, they didn't have any money. I just felt so low and so down. And it was really the energy I had around me. And it was me too, because I really wasn't loving myself. I really wasn't operating in a place of really taking care of myself like I should have, managing my life like I should have, really just taking care of myself and really understanding how to value myself. You know what I'm saying? I was wasting a lot of time doing the wrong things in a place of trying to impress people, in a place of um, just wanting to be around in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to be around everybody. And uh, when you do that, you can lose yourself. The loneliest place is when you're around a whole bunch of people and you still feel alone because you're not able to connect with these people. These people don't really value you and you don't really value them either. It's just like, you know, when you're young, you want to be in the in crowd, you want to be around everybody so you can look cool and popping and all this stuff. And then, I came to a place and I realized, bro, like I lost myself. I really was like just a zombie, getting up every day, just aimlessly, hanging out with different people that I didn't really know too well, or well, I knew them, but it's like that you don't really have a connection with because my values are something else, and you're compromising yourself by being around all these people. And when you're around a lot of people, man, you don't have a lot of friends. You're just around folk. You're just around a lot of folk. But when I started to separate myself from that energy, that's where I really found myself. That's where I really found what I was missing the whole time, right? So it came from a place of, like I said, just kind of being spiritually bankrupt, just operating off of this need of attention, of, you know what I'm saying, wanting to have people around me. And I really wasn't myself. I wasn't operating off of my truth. I wasn't around people that valued me, that added value to my life. You know what I'm saying? And that brought me to a down place. I was around people that, trying me, trying to disrespect me, trying to undermine me, trying to devalue me. And again, like I said, it's a lot of jealous energy because when people see that you're great or that you have a lot of talent or that you have potential, and a lot of people tell me, I got a light about me. People always compliment me on my energy all the time. You know what I'm saying? I always get compliments on my energy. Oh, you got that energy, yeah. That's how we got to keep it out here. um, but it's a lot of people that don't like that. It's a lot of vampires that they hate people with good energy. And so I just have to clear out all that smoke. I have to get away from all those negative vibes, negative people, being around people that wasn't reciprocating or adding anything to my life. And it just put me on a path of reflecting myself like, yo, like, why did I do that for such a long time? Why was I doing that? What happened to where I was in a space internally to make me want to entertain that type of energy? What was I lacking? And I start going back into childhood and my upbringing and, just my life situation and circumstances. Because if you want to know where somebody is, you got to go back into the history to see the events and the things that took place that affected them to the point of, being where they are and making the decisions. Because a lot of times the things that happen to us affect us in certain ways where we start thinking a certain way, we start carrying certain values, and we start to live and adopt a certain lifestyle because of the way we think. And that's based off of how we was raised, different events that happen. I'm an actor too. I'm an actor, I'm a model. So when I think about my life, it's like a movie, right? And that's what happens. Where you are now is a reflection of your history and everything you've done up to this point. So I had to go back, all the way back, and keep going back and seeing like what happened, what transpired in my life that made me want to seek this external validation, that made me not really see my value the way I should have. Entertain people that aren't adding, to me. Even with women in relationships, entertaining women that I knew didn't give a damn about me. Like, why are you trying to do that? Why is that acceptable? Why is that okay in your mind? What is it? What happened to you, and what is it about you that put you in that place where that's who you were. That's how you was operating. That's how you were thinking. What the hell happened, Randy? All right. And I just started journaling like crazy. I started journaling. I started reflecting on, childhood and how I was raised and this event and that happened and this relationship and that relationship. So it really put me on a path and said, I came to a point where I said, it's something in me that said, I'm way better than this. You know what I'm saying? I'm so much better than this. It's almost like, again, I came to a place where I lost myself. as a person. Forget about the body and fitness and working out and, fashion and clothes and doing this. It's like I feel like I wasn't in tune with myself. I was out of touch with myself. I wasn't on my path. And that's why life didn't feel right, because I wasn't on track of where God needed me to be. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're not really on track. You're not really happy in your life. You're around people, you're around relationships, and you're in relationships with people, but you're not really feeling satisfied. You're not really feeling fulfilled. It's because you're not even supposed to be doing what you're doing. Like you're probably not even around the people that you're supposed to be around, because you're never supposed to feel like that. When you're around the right kind of people, it's almost you don't even think like that. You feel good being around these people. You feel connected. You feel like your life is getting better and you're making progress just by being around them. If you're around people, if you just even get the slightest indication that, mate, should I be around them? Why do I always feel like this when I'm around these people? You shouldn't be around them. You got to listen to your spiritual intelligence and intuition, man. And that's what really got me on my track, because I realized intuitively, spiritually, I'm like, something's off. So the journaling took place and I realized I'm a lot better than this. I got off of my path. I need to get my energy right. I need to get out of this oppression. I need to get my finances right. I need to get, I want to be in better relationships. I don't even care if I got to be alone for a period of time for me to grow and heal and get back to myself. I can't continue to entertain being around people that don't give a damn about me. I can't continue to operate from a place of attention seeking and external validation. And you know what I'm saying? Like I just realized like, like what happened to me? I'm so much better and stronger than this. So the spiritual journey led me on to meditation and taking walks in nature, and I really started to heal that way. But the healing came from a place of understanding of where I went wrong, and the importance of being around the right people. But before even other people, you got to be right with you, because you can't really create the best relationship that you are capable of making if you're not even good with yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're not even in tune with yourself and not loving yourself right, you can't be around people that love you or that you love. You know what I'm saying? So it's I never thought I'll be on that journey, but it's like the best thing that happened to me, man. And it's like ever since I got on that path, the skin glowing. I got so much success. I started doing way better financially in terms of my acting and modeling career. I'm booking stuff here, left and right. And it's like I got money in my pocket now. The people that are around me that's in my life is like they add so much value and vice versa. And I feel good with the people that I have around me. And when you elevate your energy in that way, when you start to elevate your frequency and your vibration, you start to understand that it's important to always be at peace with yourself and love yourself, having unconditional love for yourself. That's when like I feel like I'm always walking around with the high. Like sometimes people say, "Man, what you smoked this morning?" It'll be like I was working at this gym. I was working at Blink Fitness when I first started personal training. And I'll walk in there like 5 a.m. and I'll just be like, I wouldn't be that tired. And people ask me like, what you smoked before you came here? I ain't smoked nothing, bruh. But when you at peace with yourself, when you develop things like self-esteem and you stop looking externally for validation and all that, which a lot of people do. Unfortunately, a lot of people do. And it's a really big problem. But when you stop doing that, you just have a natural high off yourself because you're self-validated. You love yourself to the point where you validate you. You know what I'm talking about? So it came from my journey started from a place of healing, right? And that really affected my mental health too, because who you have around you and how people affect your life and how the environments that you're in really have an effect on your mind, your self-worth, your peace of mind. Sometimes back when I was going through my stuff, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would wake up and then I just feel this dark energy around me. But all it was that whole time, All it was what was my spirit telling me and my body telling me the people that you have around you are no good. They don't mean you well. Again, it's some vampires out here, some evil people out here in this world that hate that you have anything good, that hate that you're confident, that hate to see you smile, that hate that you're intelligent and you display your intelligence. They hate the fact that you're smart and other people see that you're smart. They hate the fact if you're a man, if you got the girls, and a lot of these dudes might want the girl that you got or that you're entertaining. Ladies, same thing. If you getting the guys and the guys, you got the guys' attention, it's a lot of women out there that hate the fact that you just get that. And so sometimes these people will pose as a friend just to come around you so that they could destroy you. All right. And I was around a lot of that energy, man. A lot of that energy. So I had to heal that though. I wanted to heal and get rid of that, or get rid of being in that place to where I just kind of accepted being around anybody. Uh accepted, being in relationships where I'm not being treated right. I'm not really being valued the way I should be valued in my relationships with women too. And I got really determined to heal and to grow. And I came to a point where I found my purpose. I found out why I'm here on this planet. And I realized I really empowered myself. The way I turned everything around spiritually, mentally, I started really taking care of my health and taking all that crap, all that bullshit that I was eating out there, the fast food. I really started to get rid of that, practice some fasting, got into some herbs. I ordered some Dr. Sabi herbs. And I really felt empowered, like I really changed and transformed my own life. I didn't get a life coach. I didn't go to therapy. I did go to the mosque. Sometimes, every once in a while, I go to a mosque. And but I really came to a point where I healed myself and I transformed my own life just by doing the spiritual work, the journaling, just reflecting and just going digging and being vulnerable and going to the truth of who I am and my flaws and my weaknesses and what I needed to work on and what I needed to overcome and what I lacked growing up, and to start to work towards that and build that. Man, I really empowered myself. So that ever since then, that's been my goal, because I really want to give people what I gave to myself. I want to empower people the way I empowered myself, but I've just been doing it through fitness. And it's funny because when I started working at Blink, I would sit down with some of my clients like after our session, and we'll be stretching out, whatever the case is, and we'll just be talking about life, talking about mental health, which is a big thing after, the lockdown in 2019, 2020. And a lot of people going through things. A lot of people going through a lot. There's a lot of people walking around with, you'll be surprised, that are suicidal, that aren't really at peace with themselves, going through the same exact thing I was going through. So I said, it's my job to really help people in that way, to elevate people, to empower people, to enlighten people with knowledge, with information, with education, right? To help people in terms of their health. But health really starts internally, because there's a lot of people that's overweight or not in the shape they should be in, or don't even have the health they should be in. But what motivated me to even get better in terms of my health and my fitness was that spark and that thought of, yo, this isn't right. I'm not living right. I'm in the wrong environments, but I realize it's me. I'm the one that created this environment. I'm the one that's choosing to be around these people. I'm the one that's continuing to take on these habits and carry these habits. So I realized, like, I had the power. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes messed up things might happen to you. People might do you wrong, or you might be around phony people that, that slight you, or negative things may happen to you. You might go through some heartbreaks and relationships and all that. But I realized, like, I had the power to change it. I didn't like my life at that time. I hated how I felt, my energy, the relationships, how I was being treated by people. I hated it. And that frustration and that pain inspired me to change. But I realized it was me. I had the power though. Yeah, certain people did things to me, but what am I going to do? So that brought me to a place of accountability and understanding that I have the power to change it. Right? This is my life, and I tell myself I'm a God. I'm a king of my own life, and I am, and you should be too. If you're a man or if you're a woman, you should be the queen of your life. You should be the goddess of your life. You should understand how to really have control over your life and your situation. And that's really up to you to do. Nobody's gonna do it for you. But that inspired me to change and to seek getting better in the spirituality and the mental health and the fitness, even in the finances, So that's my story, man. So anybody out there that's not happy with where your life is, and it don't even have to be financially. You can have money. There's plenty of times I have money, but I wasn't feeling good. If you're in a space where you're not feeling good, if you're not happy with yourself, your relationships, now is the time more than ever in 2024 to heal, to really go within yourself and be vulnerable with yourself and understand what are you lacking. Why are you not happy with yourself? Why are you not at peace with yourself? Why you don't feel that joy that you usually feel. And sometimes, when I think about it, sometimes it's not always you. Sometimes the people around you. Again, for the third time, it's some people around you that realize that you have good energy, that you got a good spirit, that you got a good heart, that you're doing great things with your life, and they'll come around you just to try to fuck you up. They will come around you just to try to bring you down, because you being down makes them feel up. Your lows give people a high. You being broken makes people feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? You being small makes other people feel big. So a lot of people like to come around to try to suppress you or bring you down because it'll make them feel up, because they see how valuable you are or how high you are. So to bring you down makes them feel like, oh, I did it. I did it. I brought them down because, that's the world we live in, man. And that was it too. Like sometimes it wasn't even just me. It was the energy I had around me. But sometimes that's not your fault. You don't know. You thinking that you're in a relationship with these people and you got good friends, you got good people around you, but these people don't mean you well. So that made me be a really intelligent, intuitive, and really smart, street smart, socially smart. Always being around in my surroundings like a military person, right? Always being super aware of energy. When you walk into a room, pay attention to the energy. When you come around a group of so-called friends, pay attention to the energy. Do you feel applauded? Do you feel appreciated and celebrated? Or do you feel tolerated? I was in some rooms where I felt, at that period of time in my life, going back when I was in my dark place, I felt like I was walking into rooms and I felt tolerated. I felt like sometimes some people would look at me like, why he here? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I cut all of that out, and I realized how valuable and great I am. And now when I come around the people that I'm around, it's like I feel celebrated. You feel like people see your worth and your value, and that's what you got to do. You have to surround yourself with people that see your value and love you for it. When you walk into the room, it's like a celebrity walked in. It's like Jesus damn near walked in. So never tolerate being around anybody that try to make you feel less about yourself, or tries to down you, or tries to undermine you, or make you feel like you're less valuable than what you are. Because again, that's something that affects you, your mental health, your energy, and you go down that downward spiral. And before you know it, you're in a world where you don't even realize what happened because you're around people that don't want you to know who you are. I remember Kanye West said something. Not everybody loves Kanye, but I respect his what he's accomplished in his life and his success. But he was like, when you're around people that treat you like you're not who you are, you'll forget who you are. And that affects your confidence. That affects your mental health. That affects your spirit and your energy. So like I said, always be around people that value you and that celebrate you and don't make you feel like you out of place or why you here, or you know what I'm saying, try to down you when you show up and you walk into the room. You know. So yeah, man, that's my journey. That's where I drew my power from. And yeah, I really transformed myself and I redeveloped myself. And I didn't become anything that I'm not. I'm really more of myself now than I've ever been before in my life. And it feels beautiful, yo. It feels good. And I've inspired a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people with my fitness business. I developed a fitness business. And a lot of people said I couldn't even do that, but I don't even pay attention to those thoughts. I don't even entertain people that say I can't do this, I can't do that, because I know what I'm capable of. But again, I developed that from overcoming that place where I was seeking that external validation. Because if I was to seek external validation or depend on other people for my identity and who I am, I will believe that. I will believe I couldn't do whatever they said I couldn't. I would believe that I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. But since I know who I am and I don't let anybody else determine how I feel about myself, I've arrived. I have arrived. So if you're feeling down, if you're, in a place where you're not at peace with yourself and you're thinking about going to therapy, go to therapy. But if you just need to get on your own journey, some people, it's like part of the reason why I didn't go to therapy is because I feel like I know myself more than anybody else will know me. I don't know the exact way therapy goes, but I felt like I knew everything I needed to know about myself. So all I need to do is just go within and deal with everything. Journal, meditate, go for my walks in nature, heal, learn myself, understand what I need, what I lack, my weaknesses, my strengths, and just work on myself and build myself back up. And if that's you, if you feel like you can do that, then do that. Take that route. But it's a process. It's still an everyday thing. I still do it still to this day. I still today journaled a little bit, meditated, just got back from the gym. But it's the work that a lot of people don't do, and they spend a long time being broken. And they blame everybody, and their health isn't right, and it's this person's fault and that person's fault, and he broke up with me, and that's why I'm fat, and she did this to me, and that's why I'm this and this. You know, I'm the type of person, I love holding myself accountable, not because I think I'm better than anybody, but I just hate I would hate to blame my life and my existence on somebody else. Like, this is my whole life. That's how I think about it. It's like, this is my entire life. This is my life. But I'm blaming everybody else, and I'm holding everybody else responsible for my being, for my existence. Like I said, man, you got to understand your divinity, your connection to the Most High, to God. I would never go around blaming somebody else for my existence, because I'm in control and I'm not in bondage right now. I'm in control of my reality. I can create the reality I want for myself. And now, if I don't want certain people in my life, they gone. Like, I'm the king and I'm the god of my existence, you know? So yeah, man, work on yourselves. Again, the gym is just not about building your body. It's about building your spirit. It's about building confidence. It's about building courage. It's about building your mental health, right? It's about learning how to value yourself and take care of yourself. It's not just about the gym. Some of y'all be in the gym, but y'all don't clean your damn room. Dishes all in the sink. It's about, I came to a point of wanting to master myself. Self-mastery, my spirituality, my mental health, my emotional self, my body, my finances, my relationships. I just wanted to not redo, but elevate in life. Elevate and go from where I was to healing and growing and developing myself, and just having developed and building a better life for myself. And that's what I did. Yes, sir. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. This is the intro. That's my degree back there. I went to school at William Patterson University. I'm a book nerd too. I love to read. You know, like I said, I played basketball and track and amongst other things. And I'm actually getting back into boxing now. You gotta have those hands ready. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, man. Are you on this journey? Have you felt this way? Do you feel like you need to heal yourself? Or there's certain things you need to overcome and learn? Do you feel like you need to develop yourself as a man or as a woman? Or have you blamed people for a long time for your life situations or why you overweight or why you feel a certain way? You know, like I said, you need to come to a point of where you're independent and you're secure within yourself and you're not relying on society or anybody outside of yourself for how you feel about you. That's a dangerous place to be. That's really dangerous. And that's the place I had to work myself out of. So I hope you guys are inspired to evolve, to grow, to develop yourself, to make the changes that you need to make in yourself, to make yourself happier, to be at peace, to build yourself up financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever it is. You know, fortify yourself, become stronger, become better. It sound corny, but it's facts. This is a fact. Um, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like the video, get the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.